Okay, I'd like you to recreate the after the show scene again. Alright, leave it to me. Alright, let's just check it. No more shenanigans around. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Oh, deduce. Deduce? Deduce. Take the elephant. That's irrelevant. Deduce. What could I be deducing? Set up for the big stunter in the show uses 3 pulleys, 2 ropes, the well, and some weights. I'm unsure as to what I could be deducing here. The weights? If this is during the show, right? Are we during the show right now? No, wait. Back up. When are we? We're after the show. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to be deducing here. The one weight? This is a metal weight. It weighs... It's hard to see in the recreation. I believe we've already been through this. So I'm deducing something. What am I deducing here? I really couldn't tell you. Let's try going to the other timeline. Yeah. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to see if I can deduce on this part as well, or it has to be in the other timeline or not. That is what I would like to check. I already checked this area earlier, but okay, that means I don't have anything else to look at here. And there's nothing to deduce. Okay, so yes, I do have to be in the other timeline. Alright. Let's go. Take me back to the past. To play this shitty game? I'm sorry, it's not shitty. I apologize, game. Don't hate me. I know I've been complaining a bit and nitpicking, but you're still good. I apologize. Yeah, so apparently there's stuff we haven't examined. Or we have to deduce. And there's nothing to examine. In which case, what do we deduce? Does it have to do with the, Simon's device? Or what else could it have to do with? I'm trying to think now. Tunnel footprints, security gate. I can't think of what else it would have to do with. Floorplans? No, I think it's the Simon device. But what we're deducing here is the question. How about the weight? Possibly? That's what I'm trying to find out. Simon's device? Piece of evidence shows the contradiction with the... Okay. No. Alright. Nope. 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 Could be just me, but it feels like something is missing. Let me take a good look at Simon's device again. Try and see if I can see what's missing here. Oh, would it be the thingy thing? I think there are 2 thingy things this could be, right? Yeah, there are 2 thingy things this could be. This could be up here, right? Possibly. I'm gonna try this spot. I'm gonna try it. And, as always, device. Or not. Okay. 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 Let me check that one more time. The lock is still there, so is it just the... I feel like I'm not on the wrong track. I guess it's this? I feel like it's gotta be this. I don't really get why this is important, because weren't they being used at the time? But maybe not. Maybe they weren't being used at the time. I don't know. What? I'm sorry, what? I don't... What? It feels like something's missing. I don't get it. What's supposed to be missing here? The rope? The rope! Is it the rope? I don't get why we couldn't have done this before if it is the rope, but maybe it's the rope. It's not even the fucking rope, are you kidding? Isn't that a legitimate thing? Like, this rope is here and that rope was there and... I'm gonna burn all my freaking health on this. The sheets? But that's like the same thing as the rope, isn't it? It's basically the same thing as the rope. Maybe there is some difference that I'm just missing. I don't see a difference. I think I've covered all the potential differences, right? I thought this might be a hole I could examine, but it's not. I am very confused. I guess maybe it's the sheets. I don't fucking know. But this is something I can't examine, and if I can't examine it, maybe it's still possible? I used to think that if you can't examine it, then it's impossible to do something, like... But, maybe I'm wrong? Maybe it's like, hey, bloodstained sheets. Under the body is very colorful. Okay. So I've burned through half my health by now. And this game is lenient with health burning, which means in other games, I might have lost all of it by now. I don't get it. I really don't know what's going on here. So I'm gonna start examining everything. Okay, you know what? Just cause it's there, even though I don't think there's a connection, I might as well try it. Cause I got nothing. What? How the fuck is that a connection? Are you joking? How the fuck is that a connection? Whatever. But it's strange. I remember leaving the crate out of reach from Astique's nose. Are you certain? Yeah. The crate was still full of apples on the night before the show. That's what I thought she did. I assumed that was the case. I assumed maybe the alligator ate it and we needed some kind of logic piece about the alligator is sweet or something. But no, I don't know. Oh, then the cart was moved to where her nose could reach it. With that many apples, it could not have been moved by the wind. Most likely, by a person. Okay. Prior to the show, the cart's position was already changed, and the apples were all eaten. This appears to be the correct information. Please update the simulation parameters, okay? Okie dokie! Let's return to the during the show scene. Alright, using the info, cart in the actual place, and without the apples, I'm assuming. Yep. Why this is important, I really don't know. But I'm sure it'll become apparent eventually. No wonder I thought it smelled like animals. It contained the elephant's food. So this was filled with Astique's apples. That's right, on the day before the show it was full of apples. And in the morning, they were all gone. Oh, did you think of something? You could say that. I don't get it. Edgeworth, Please, 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 Master Edgeworth, please be nice. Please, please, nice. It will have created a device with just one piece of rope. Sounds surprisingly handy. One piece of rope? Seems that there's a contradiction. What? Wait a second, what? I'm sorry, what? I've already tried that, haven't I? I've tried cross-referencing this with the rope on the ground? I'm sure I've tried that. Let me try it again. I am sure I have tried this already. What? On the one hand, I'm happy I finally got that. On the other hand, are you kidding? I'm sure I've already tried that. Whatever. I'm just gonna take it, move on. I'll look back in editing to see if I was being bullshitted by the game. There's a major discrepancy. One of the ropes is missing. You're right. Without it, the device won't work. Wonder what happened to it. Where did the missing rope disappear to? It's possible that we hold the piece of evidence that shows where the rope went. So why couldn't I just use the freaking other rope as part of the... I tried that. I know I tried that. It's the thing. Yeah. That's where the... Are you kidding? It's right in the picture. It is right in the picture. The rope is right there. You cannot tell me that doesn't count. In the picture! I don't like this case. I don't like this case. Have I said I don't like this case yet? I don't like this case. Shut up! It's in that fucking picture! This case started strong, but it's just been getting kind of dumber and dumber. Like, how the frick does this not count? It's in the picture. That's the rope. That's the same rope. That's so dumb. Yeah, it's this rope we found with the dead body. You know, like that same rope that's in the crime scene notes picture. The one with the dead body, right there. I'm not gonna let that go. Fuck you, case. Could it be? Yes. It could be the other piece of rope that was used here. Does that mean this rope was attached to the weight? Oh my god! The weight was not one of these metal weights. These weights were hidden in the grass and replaced with something else. If they were replaced, then what was used as the weight? What was tied to the rope we found in the workroom? The weight that was dropped in place of the weights that Mr. Keys had prepared was... Now do we present the fucking notes? Was none other than Knightley's dead body. Oh my god! I'd say I called it, but this case is too stupid to call anything. Because even when I call things, they sometimes don't work. Mr. Knightley's body was used as the weight. Yes, the weights were replaced with Knightley's body. Mr. Keys used the device to launch himself off the stage. When the rope that was tied to him was undone and let go, both the body and the rope dropped down the well. You see, that's believable. The idea of Simon just randomly coming and dropping it down when he was falling off stage is not believable. The idea that someone prepared it in advance for it to be dropped down is believable if someone tampered with his invention. Someone like Rolla, because she's the only, like, viable suspect at this point. The rope wasn't used to tie up Knightley. It was used to suspend him inside the well. That also explains why the other weights were hidden. So that no one would find out that the weights were replaced with the body. But if that's the case, why didn't Roland hide them afterwards? Isn't that the reason she had us not look? And if Roland's not the killer, that doesn't make any sense, because no one else can be the killer. So, it's gotta be Roland, so why didn't she hide the weights? I don't know. Yes, the killer was the one who hid those weights. But Miles, wasn't Nightly Boy stabbed in the neck with the murder weapon? He was suspended in the well. Wouldn't there be blood at the bottom of the well? The killer was also aware of that. That's why they used this item. Which item did the killer use in order to leave no trace of blood behind? Also, it's in the crime scene notes, but I'm not gonna be stupid and fall for that twice. The sheet we found near the body, which is also in the crime scene notes, by the way, so there should be no problem with presenting the crime scene notes there, but I know there would be a problem. Ugh. I'm salty. I spent too long trying to find out what to deduce there to not be salty at every little thing now. It was used to wrap up the body. I see, it looks like all the pieces are starting to come together, eh? But this means the body definitely came from the well. If that's the case, wouldn't that mean Simon is the killer? No, that's not necessarily the case. Eh? But yesterday Judge Courtney said, Judge Courtney is a dumbass! None of her logic made sense. If Mr. Keyes was the killer, would he have needed to set up such an elaborate device? I guess you have a point. Mr. Keyes was only responsible for dropping the body during the show. In other words, it doesn't matter where the real killer was or what they were doing during the show. Until now, this placed the doubt on the people who did not watch the animal show. It's true. We also suspected Mr. Dogan. The killer's true intent was to make us think the murder occurred during the show. In other words, they used the device on the well to create a fake alibi. Miss Barry, do you know when this device on the well was set up? Let me think. The day before the show. I think it was at night. We all started preparing at 9 p.m. We finished it around midnight. The killer replaced the weights with the dead body afterwards. The device was set up with the body on the night before the show. Simon's device data updated. Hooray! Did Dogan know about the device? No. Even if he knew about the device, it wouldn't be possible for him to use it. Well, Anubis is smart, maybe. You can't teach a dog to suspend a body in a well. In other words, Dogan is not the killer. Duh. I mean, maybe for you that's a big deal, but come on. From a literature point of view, you'll never have someone who's obviously a killer be a killer. In a mystery setting, anyways. I mean, obviously if you're in some kind of big fighting series and a killer's gonna kill people, sure, but in a mystery setting, if you know someone kills people, they're not gonna kill anyone.